It is preview time for race number 4, and it lines up this way. It is a Class 4 over the 1400 metres, and Compassion Spirit, he's on the class drop. He has won with 133 pounds on his back, carries the 135 in this. Leather Vanguard's been really disappointing his first 2 runs back. Red Brick Fighter's a 2-time course and distance winner. Red Titan has the hood coming off. Solar Partner has the tongue tie going on. Outpacer goes from the 1,000 at his first start up to 1,400 metres. Run Buddy Run is a 5-horse horse that's had 5 trials, wears cheek pieces on debut. Fireball was a winner last time, and he goes from the 1,650 back to the 1,400. That was a win last time at Sha Tin over the 1,400, and Regent Glory, no cheek pieces down at the bottom of the book. And Infinite Power, Tom, from a good low draw, can punch on through to lead.
He can, and he is likely to certainly go forward here from barrier number 1. He has led up in the past, didn't lead last time out, was a bit keen midfield, and that certainly didn't suit him. Solar Partner's gone forward in the past. He's at the tongue-tie barrier 10. Regent Glory, Paul, he was up on the pace when winning a recent Chungfa barrier trial, but he's drawn out in the car park.
Yeah, so he just might have to work a little bit. Infinite Power didn't lead last time over 12, but I think over the 14 they'll go back to those tactics. Fireball's another horse that's led in the past, but I think he'd be happy enough there to trial. Run Buddy Run, showing a little bit of speed in his trials, very back. Leather Vanguard, now he's been taken back both starts this season, but he has gone forward in the past, so there is a little bit of a query what they're going to do if they're going to go back again from him for barrier 7.
And he's had 2 trials, which doesn't make it much easier because he went forward in one and back in the other, Leather Vanguard, so hard to get a line on him. We start, though, at Tom with Red Brick Fighter. He's a horse that's won 2 from his last 5 and draws barrier number 11, actually carries £1 less because he's getting a claim for Alfie Chan in this win.
Yeah, it's been a good old stick for his connections. This guy's won 6 of his 40 starts and placed numerous times, and got the right sort of run this night here at Happy Valley. He's had a quiet trial since, but I think this might be a little tougher. Yeah,
look, I want to include Fireball because I didn't mind his work leading into this, and he's put on a bit of weight. He looks good for it.
Okay, good report for Fireball from Paul. Red Titan, Paul is the next one. Hood comes off, draws barrier 13. He's won over 1,600 at Goran Park prior to arriving. He's having his 8th go over 1,400 since he's been here.
Yeah, look, I'm going to include Red Titan as well. It's just whether where he's going to slot in as well from a wide draw. So Zach again with a wide draw with Red Titan, but look, he's getting close to a win, isn't he?
He hasn't run top 2 from his 11, but look, he had a run that was wide last start. Hopefully he can try and get in and get some cover here from barrier 13, but I thought it was still a gritty performance considering he was wide the whole way.
Still can't believe Usain Bolt didn't win that race. Not bitter. Regent Glory, the 14. Tom, first time beyond 1,200 metres. His trial was good. It was up at Chungfa on the all-weather.
He's getting close to Class 5, this horse. He's a 5-year-old now. Only a lightly tried 5-year-old. He's had those 9 starts. Bit ungenerous throughout last start. Trial was easy enough, but maybe he's just looking for that berth in Class 5.
Yeah, it was a very slow trial. You can see these horses weren't pushed out at all, were they? It was more like a jump out, really. From the draw, he's hard to have, I think, because he's going to be. I think he's going to be in for a tough run.
It might be the slowest trial ever run around Chungfa. They just dawdled down the straight, as you can see there. But as the boys said, a tough draw for Regent Glory. With Red Titan drawn 14, or a wide draw of 13, Paul, it certainly opens the race up.
Yeah, I've got him in, but not on top, Red Titan. I'm going to go with the horse we haven't really talked about here, Smiling Collector, I should say. Smiling Collector ran really well, I thought, last time on the all-weather, and made up really good ground over 1,200, up to 1,400 metres. He's on top. Solar Partner, he's in there for second. Another horse that can go forward. Red Titan and Fireball we talked about. 6, 7, 4 and 12.
I'll go with Red Titan, but he is going to need certainly some luck from barrier number 13 for Zach Purton and John Symes. We know how well they've been going. I will put in Regent Glory because I've followed him a few times and he is drawn awkwardly, so he's going to need a lot of luck. Number 6, Smiling Collector, Take on Trust. He can do things wrong. Wanted to get the head up going back a couple of runs ago. And Run Buddy, didn't mind at least one of his trials anyway. Trialled up in Australia prior to arriving. And he was making some ground at the end, so maybe not the worst, and he's probably likely to come up at a price. So 4, 14, 16, I thought this race was tricky.
And it just happens to be the 4th race is also the first leg of the Triple Trio.